and I am Generation Young. So we will spend some time today for one product, and tomorrow another time for a second product, okay? My first one today will be Zen. And I spend a little time to explain you why we did Zen. You have to understand today that the entire world is fat. The entire world, you know. We are facing what we call a globesity. Globesity means that obesity is everywhere. And we have to do something. So we decided with the company to include a line of products within the YES system, which is taking care of obesity. Why? Very important. You know what? Obesity reduces longevity. So for us, it was very important, you see, to take care of that because it will not fit our target. We want a minimum of obese in our Jeunesse distributors. So this is why we create that. Now, let me explain you a little why did we become obese? Why? We have to go back 20,000 years ago. As surprising as it is, the genes that we have today was the same than 20,000 years ago. But what happened 20,000 years ago? You know, during the winter, there was no food at this time. During the winter, no food or very few food to access. But during the summer, plenty of food. So nature has to do something for that, you see. On the other side, you know, even if you have food, it will take a lot of energy to go to find the food. You have to fight, you have to do long walk in order to go and to keep everything from others. So nature have anticipated that. They said, we are going to create in the body a storage energy for the bad day. And you know what? Nature create what we call the fat cell. A fat cell is a very specialized cell which can carry a lot of fat inside, knowing that the fat is the best energy possible for the body, giving 9 calories per gram instead of, for instance, sugar will give only 4 calories. You see, fat was designed, the cell's fat, adipocyte, was designed to store energy. You know, a fat cell can increase 30 times her size, 30 times. You see that we have space, you know, to store energy. So, you know, our genes was oriented towards saving energy, which means that each time that we eat food, it's going to storage immediately in case of tomorrow there is no food anymore. So genes, we said, was oriented toward expressing genes for saving energy, not releasing energy. Now, what happened 20,000 years after, means today? Today, what do we have? We have supermarket. We have foods 12 months in a year. Plenty of food. Too much food. We have an enormous choices. You know, I was at the Kempinski Hotel, and I have to go to do something. I have to go to the Paragon food store or shopping center, and then the Siam shopping center, and then I think the distributor or the word distributor Siam means 3 enormous shopping centers full of food. Means every day we are tempted by the food. On the other side, you know, we have what we call the modern technology to save energy. All these new machines which make that a small woman can push a button and leave 3 tons just by pushing a button. And also we have escalator, we have remote control, we have elevator. All that make what? Less energy spending, more energy receiving. Make the calculation, obesity is almost, everybody can prevent, know that obesity will come. And that's why we have to fight again. You see, we become obese because we spend less energy and we eat too much energy. It's just mathematics, you see. Now, the problem with obesity when you reach a certain level, which means BMI over 30, means if you are really obese, that can create a lot of inflammation. That can create chronic diseases, including cancer. Permanent inflammation is the most dangerous things that obesity can give you. So yes, obesity is a national or an international problem. It's a health issue all over the world. Billions of people are interested in that, and we have to do something. We have to take part in genesis of that. This is why we create a line of product called Zen. And then the Zen was improved by the Zen Project 8. I don't know how you call it here. Most of the time we call it Zen Project 8. We are going to talk about the product that you have here for the moment, okay? Only that you have the product that you have here. But before, this fat which is inside our cells is now highly controlled. Means you cannot just decide that the fat has to go out or not. It's highly controlled by hormone, you see. In fact, you have two things to see. The first one is when you get the food, the fat of the food will go directly to your fat storage, the adipose cells or the fat cell, okay? This is what we call lipogenesis. And then the fat is stored. And then when it's needed, the fat will go out from the fat cell and will be transformed in energy, which is mainly 90% of the energy that we spend every day is coming from the fat. Sugar, yes, sugar will give us a very few time because sugar can be only stored in the liver. And we have 24 hours maximum in the liver because the storage is small. And then what we do, we start to convert the excess of sugar that we are taking in fat. Then the sugar will be converted to fat and go to the storage. So our main use is fat. The problem is that the fat cells will not let the fat go like that, the energy to go, because it's highly controlled, Fat regulation is that. Now, we are not going to go to see all that, but fat is very highly regulated. Mainly, this is the most important hormone which are contributing to fat metabolism. And some of them are important. We can have influence on some of them. That's what we are going to see with our product. Remember, leptin, ghrelin, insulin, cortisol, adiponectin, all that are important. Example, when your stomach is empty, one special hormone is released. It's called ghrelin. And the ghrelin will tell you this message. it's time to eat. So you start to eat, and your stomach becomes full after a certain time. And then another hormone is released called leptin. And this leptin will tell you, stop to eat. The problem, for instance, is that sometimes you don't listen to the message which your body will give you. For many reasons. One of the reasons is you're too busy. For instance, you are here and you are listening to me. It's important that you don't go out to eat, even if your stomach tells you to eat. Or you have other things or other priority to do every day. So mainly you don't listen to your message. Or you eat too fast. When you eat, if you don't eat within minimum 20 minutes, the message have no time to go. So the leptin will not be released even if your stomach is full, because the message have to go through the brain and come back. So that's why it's important when you eat, to eat within minimum, to leave at least 20 minutes for eating. Means you have to take time to eat. You cannot just take a sandwich quickly in 5 or 10 minutes, because you will feel again hungry. You will need to eat. So these two hormones has to be balanced all the time. So what happens, for instance, if you don't have enough leptin, enough release of leptin? What happens is the fat will enter, lipogenesis, but lipolysis, which is the exit of the fat, will not be there. So whatever you do, if the leptin is not there, you cannot release the fat. So you cannot lose fat. You can lose weight, maybe, you can lose water, but you will not lose fat. So you have to be sure that these two hormones are in balance. And not only this one, you have plenty of others. See? Now, going back to our product. We are going to see 3 products today, because this is the 3 that you have here. And the first one is what you call Then Form. It's different in America, but Then Form is the product that you have here. This product is having 2, 4, 5 different ingredients. Each one is focused on trying to reduce hunger or to reduce craving. Means to help you to resist to eating. Okay, the first one, one of the best ingredients to lose weight, and many other things, is green tea. Green tea is helping many things. Is an antioxidant, is help on longevity, it's help on many things, but it supports also what we call epinephrine level. Epinephrine is an hormone which burn fat, burned by thermogenesis, means by really increasing temperature, and it's burning fat. We know that, and it's helping epinephrine level, help burning fat. This is one thing. You know, you can take, it's always good to take green tea, always good. Inside this product, or in infusion, or in pills, always green tea will be the best for you. You can take it for longevity. That's the first ingredient. The second ingredient is what we call this raspberry ketones. It's important because the ketone is just the ingredient which will give the strong aroma to the raspberry. And it's very good because that's increases the level of another hormone called adiponectin. Adiponectin is like leptin. Means more you have that, better it is for your hunger, to help you reduce your craving for food or for sugar. And this is a very important ingredient. The third one, which is specific to here, is green coffee beans. The green coffee beans, you know, or the green coffee beans extract come from coffee beans which has not been roasted. Pure coffee, if you want, pure coffee. It's also a little like green tea, something which help you to lose weight, a little like the action of the green tea. So you have here three ingredients which are focusing on reducing weight, or more than that, reducing craving. And then you have chromium. Chromium is very important because it enhances the action of insulin. Insulin is a very important hormone coming from the pancreas. You know, insulin is managing diabetes or glucose, blood sugar. But not only that, by doing that, it's managing the release of the fat from the fat cells. Without insulin, we have a lot of difficulty to release the energy from the fat. This is why chromium is very important in order to help insulin to do the job at the level of the fat cells. And you have choline, mainly choline associated with inositol, which is what we call lipotropic. Lipotropic are substances that stimulate the breakdown of fat, you know, during metabolism. You know, the fat cannot be used as energy as it is. It has to be, you know, download to triglyceride. The cholesterol have to go, and then it will go to a system where the energy will be released at a good rate, 9 calories a gram. You have to see that, okay? So choline and inositol are very important. So all these ingredients have a common feature, which is to help you to reduce craving. Very important. Okay, for this product? Next one. Zen Fit. The new Zen Fuse, we call them. In two flavors, vanilla and chocolate. Now, this product is a smart combination of protein, fibers, and probiotic. Proteins, fiber, probiotic. Remember, 3 major ingredients, and I will explain you why taking this product will help you. You see, this product contains what we call a protein called micellar casein, another protein called whey protein, then fiber and probiotic. Let's go to the first one. What means micellar? It's just casein which have been separated from the milk without any chemical reaction. It's a very special protein, casein, which is very, very helpful for energy spending, for recuperating protein after any effort. It's coming from milk, of course. If you are allergic or resistant to casein, allergic to casein, you don't take that. There is some people who can be allergic to casein, like allergic to milk or allergic to lactose. So, what is important with casein is it's a slow digesting protein. It takes time. It takes time to release what we call the amino acid. You know, protein are break down in the digestive system in what we call polypeptide, because this protein is a long chain of amino acid. So it's first divided in what we call polypeptide, which is maybe 100 amino acid, and slowly divided in single amino acid, which finally can go through the digestive system. Now, it takes a lot of time to do that with casein, micellar casein. It takes a lot of time. This is why, you know, if you want, it will promote what we call lean muscles. It will also keep the amino acid level higher for 7 hours, which is a long, long time to promote that, you see? And it will strengthen the immune system. And this is maybe the most important part of casein, because it will reinforce the immune system, because it contains glutamine. Glutamine is a very important ingredient which can help you to absorb, for the absorption of protein. It's very important. And this is very good for athletes, which know, and bodybuilders who know that, because they use a lot of glutamine. There is no need for you to use higher quantity of glutamine. The quantity which is inside will not make you like Arnold. No, it will not make you like, but it will sustain your energy for 7, and the protein will be here for at least 7 hours. Now, what is important with also the micellar casein is the high absorption rate. Almost 100% of the protein that you are going to eat will be digested. And will be digested, of course, slowly, but they have a score which is extremely important. This score is a score which is validated by the FDA. So this is very important to have, one hand, to have a slow digestive protein. On the other side, you have the whey protein. The whey protein is the reverse, fast digested, you know. The body will absorb it quickly, and you can take it before, during, and after exercise. At any moment you can take it because it's very, very highly absorbed. Then we have in one hand protein which are slowly digested, and other protein which will be fast digested, the whey protein. And everybody knows that whey protein is very good for health, you see. So about 20 minutes after releasing, eating the product, you have the ingestion of whey protein, which is very good for you if you need fast arrival of protein or amino acid. So in 1 hour, it will be completely absorbed in 1 hour. So see, we have in this product the two balance, which is very interesting because you don't need to use any other kind of protein. So if you take them together on top of the needs of the protein which are fulfilled, it will help you to reduce hunger. And that because you have very quickly a feeling of full stomach, and you don't want to eat anymore. So my suggestion is, when you are hungry, just take 1 glass of Zen food, and you will see it will stop your hunger. It's very good for that. On top of the benefit of being proteins. See, now, this is very important to listen. I want you to listen carefully to that. We have probiotic inside, and very good probiotic. And I want just to give you a flavor of how important are probiotic. By the way, probiotics means bacteria. Good bacteria, of course, not bad bacteria. So, yes, do you know that our gut is controlling our brain? You have no idea of that. You know, 4 billion years ago, the Earth was only, the population of the Earth was only 1 cell, 1 bacteria. Bacteria was the life 4 billion years ago. And slowly, bacteria become what we call the mitochondria. You know, inside our cells, the power of energy, in fact, is the ancestor of bacteria. Now, we have 60 trillion cells, human cells. which contain 30,000 genes. We have 10 times more bacteria in our body, which host 1 million genes. Now, more genes you have, more able you have to have the code to manufacture protein. So, we have 1 million genes coming from bacteria in our body, and only 30,000 in our human cells. And we can ask the question, who is hosting who? Is our body who are hosting bacteria, or bacteria which are hosting our body? This is a question that is not yet answered by scientists. But you have to know that most of the neurotransmitter of the brain, serotonin, all the transmitter of the brain are manufactured in the gut and sent to the brain, which means that your mood is managed by your gut. I'm not teasing you. Your mood is here, you know, and go to the brain. When the brain sends one message to the gut sends back 7 messages. Have been proved now. So it's very important. It's very important for many things, for preventing autoimmune disease, for many things, and also managing weight, because bacteria are highly involved in managing fat and fat metabolism. So basically, it's called, what we call it the microbiome, which means all the bacteria that we have. Do you know, for instance, that we have bacteria here in the left hands, family of bacteria, which are different from the right hands, totally different. Everyone is specialized, depending if you are right-handed or left-handed. And that is wonderful. We have different bacteria everywhere. All the bacteria is called microbiome, and the microbiota is the one of specialized place. Let's say the microbiota of the intestine, the microbiota of the skin, the microbiota of the mouth, the microbiota of the eyes. So it's very important, and there's many family of bacteria. In terms of weight loss, there's 2 big families that are in the gut. We call them the Bacteroides and the Firmicutes. It's big family of different bacteria, and we find out that when it's too much Firmicutes, it's influence fat storage and diminish fat release. So if you have a disbalance, we call it dysbiosis, between these 2 families, you may have a problem with weight loss. This is why it's very important to re-establish permanent equilibrium, permanent balance between these 2 big families. Why? We find out that Firmicutes are expressing, means are activating some bad genes, some genes which will go against losing weight, which will go more on keeping fat inside. So yes, reducing Firmicutes is good. And how we do that? Well, we do that by a family of bacteria called Lactobacillus. And that's what we put inside our product. So yes, the family that we put, the family of bacteria that we put in the Zenfuse is highly specialized in balancing the 2 parts. See? So, when to use it? You can use it, we try to use it between meals, means mid-morning, mid-afternoon, late night if you want. And you can use it as much as you want. You see? 3 times a day, 2 times a day is fine. You can use it. The last product is called ZenFit. ZenFit is special amino acid. Now, you have the protein, the already built protein, and now you have the amino acid to build protein inside your body when you wish to. So then is stick of 30 milliliters of stick with, powders, which you can mix with water. You eat it at the same time in the middle between two meals. How is done? It's high quality amino acid. You see, minimize to help you to minimize your muscle loss. You have to know that when we take weight, we are gaining weight by fat, by water, and also by protein. When we lose weight, we lose also proteins. So we have to be careful to reestablish our balance of proteins. There is many ways. One of the ways is the product before, then fuse. And one of the other ways is to give amino acid to the body and let the body work with this amino acid. And this is the role of that. You have many, many different amino acids, but let me tell you some examples. Leucine, L-leucine, is maintaining muscles while you are exercising. It's one of them. And then you have L-tyrosine, which increases basal metabolism. Basal metabolism is the minimum of calorie that you burn every day without even moving. Okay? You see? And this is basal metabolism is around 1,500 calories per day. 1,500 calories is done by basal metabolism. If you can increase that, it's even better, because you can, the difference between increasing energy and eating more food is reduced. So when you have, okay, what we call branched chain amino acid, a very special type of amino acids, which are extremely well absorbed, and which is sparing muscles. And that's what we have in ZenFit. So, you have to take this product. I'm not guaranteeing you that you're going to lose fat just by the product. You have to associate the product with healthy lifestyle. Sorry, you have no choice. You have to be what we call a healthy hero. You have to increase healthy lifestyle. What I mean by that, I mean have a better nutrition. At least you have to reduce your amount of sugar. This is obvious. You have to try to get healthy food. You have to try to take a maximum of vegetables. You have to take fruits. You can take fruits. It's okay. Maximum of vegetable will be largely enough. If you can replace sugar by vegetable, you will be a winner. And then you have to have moderate but regular exercise, at least 30 minutes a day. Find any kind of exercise. You see, this morning I couldn't go to the gym. I did it in my bed. I did it with a table. If I am home, I have a little lift. I do that. You don't have to go to the gym every day. Find creative way to use your surrounding to spend energy and to increase your muscles. You have to make your muscles survive. Believe me. You know, when we get a little old, like I am just 36, but when I am 36, you know, not 36, I'm 77, but when you are this age, your muscles start to slow down. You have to make any things to rebuild your muscles every day, and this is every day, 7 days a week, all your life. You have to do that. You don't have to go to the gym, but you have to do everything possible for that. And of course, you have to manage your stress. You cannot leave the stress managing you, because stress will increase your weight. Stress will increase cortisol level. Cortisol level is bad for you. You see? So be a healthy hero means be an example for your distributors. Show them that you care about lifestyle. Then the company, Jeunesse, will become a healthy company, a healthy lifestyle company. Regardless of the product, this is the most respectful target that we must have in our company, is make our company a healthy lifestyle company. So, in conclusion for this product, what we can say: burn fat, build muscles, decrease fat storage, decrease appetite, control hunger, decrease craving, and decrease your desire for sugar, feel full longer, increase metabolic rate. Is it good for 3 products? Is it good? Yes? You like the product? Yes. You like the product? Yes. My name is William Amzarak and I am Generation Young. Thank you very much. Thank you.